Well, good morning, everybody. I'm excited to be here. Here we are into October. And let me tell you, the topic for October is reflection. And I look over there because it's on my calendar, because I have this wonderful calendar I created for the beginning of the year that has inspirational words on every month with beautiful pictures, which actually came out of my 7 Mind Shifts to Ignite Your Success book. I took those words from there. So if you don't have that book yet, you probably want to go get it. So what I want to start with is, because October's reflection, let me talk about I'm just going to say a few things that have resonate in me that I remember that we've touched on over the last year. Good morning, everybody. Good. Thank you for stopping in. And please share with your friends. Get your friends on too. So one of the things was patience. Excuse me. Patience. Another one was passion. And then another was persistence. Those things step out of my mind, and probably because they're 3 Ps. I don't know why, if that's one reason that it makes it stick out of my mind. But passion, and we're about igniting that passion, because remember, if we step into our purpose, we ignite our passion, and then together with our passion and purpose, we're going to accomplish great things. But we're going to be patient to do it, and we're going to be persistent. So today, something came up on my mind throughout the week was about taking a risk. And I think about over my years, good morning, Davey, good morning, Patty, good morning, everybody, but taking a risk. And I think about over all of my lifetime, the different times I've taken a risk. And actually, I used to be kind of a scaredy cat. And for some reason, some things I'm still a little, I don't take risk. I don't walk too close to an edge of a high place. I never let my kids see the Grand Canyon from any place but the car. Heights kind of bother me. But other than that, I found that I've been pretty brave when I look back over my lifetime. And so one of the things I want to talk about is, excuse me, is the power of saying yes. And you've heard me talk about this before, but I remember where it was really become impactful for me was when I was asked to write my first book. And it didn't even dawn on me to ever write a book. And this man's interviewing me. He said, "You've got so much knowledge in your head, you need to write a book." And I said, "Yes." Okay. Well, first of all, he said, "You need to write a book for men." Well, that wasn't my typical audience. And so but I still said yes, and walked away wondering why. Well, if I hadn't said yes, my life would look so different today, because now here I have 4 #1 best-selling books, award-winning books, and that would not have happened if I hadn't said yes at that one time, at that one juncture in my life. I took a risk. That's kind of a big risk. And there were times on the journey that I doubted myself, but things kept coming in my path, opportunities kept coming in my path to make that risk become not so risky. And that really became a fun journey, an exciting journey. So taking a risk sometimes can be a good thing. Most of the time it can be a good thing, but you have to still be cautious. Don't spend your money unwisely. Don't waste your health by, taking risk on maybe skydiving without a parachute, But I have had some of my people that I've coached in health do the skylines, whatever they're called. That looked risky to me, but I could see they were all bundled up and attached carefully. So those things, you want to make sure you're equipped. But I have 7 things I just wanted to share with you about taking a risk. And I'm just going to hit the topics right now. And if you want to connect with me more, really, I hope that you will connect with me at Claudia@ClaudiaCooley.com. Claudia@ClaudiaCooley.com is my email. And I would love to connect with you and share more with you, maybe on what your journey's going, what you're doing in your journey. Because, basically, I love working with people, helping people get to where they're meant to be. I like to say I love helping people reach for their own personal A+, and then to never settle for second best, and then sit back and just work hard and enjoy the outcomes of what that A+ brings you in your own personal path, right? So here's one of them. Great, otherwise unforeseen opportunities often come from risk-taking. If I hadn't said yes to doing that book, like I said, I wouldn't have had the other. Another is taking risks shows confidence and helps you stand out in the crowd. And not that you do it for that reason necessarily, although it's kind of fun. But step back and just realize when you stand out in a crowd, your message is more powerful because it's going to reach more people because they love, trust, and believe in you. So standing out in a crowd isn't a bad thing. Well, unless you're doing crazy things, but you wouldn't do crazy things. I know people that follow me don't do crazy things. Good morning, Jennifer. The next one, number 3, is we learn from taking risk. And those lessons may lead us on an important new path. So, you know what, like, I keep using my book because you can connect to that and you can see that piece of, but over my lifetime, I've had this happen many times. I stepped into becoming, I had a franchise in a self-improvement company that I couldn't believe I was being asked. I'm not even 5'2", and the owner of the company was almost 6 foot. And she asked me to have a franchise in her company, her international company. That led me to the next place where, as I sold that franchise and I moved to Southern California, I had the opportunity to step in the path of the way into the open door at Disney, and they would invite me in, contract me in to do different things for them. And one of the main things was building their leadership team between management and employees and bringing those relationships together powerfully. You know, I grew up in Grand Terrace, a little town in Southern California that wasn't even a city when I grew up in it. So, you know, you wonder, how did you get to these places? How did I walk Wall Street to interview the first man for my first book? You know, I don't know how those things happen, but the opportunities show up because I was taking risks. Okay, the last couple minutes here, I just want to hit on these others because I hope to inspire you to step out, and when you get scared, don't hold back. Share your gifts. You have wonderful gifts. You have so many gifts that nobody else has. You want to share those. Taking risks shows confidence. I said that. We learn from risk, and those lessons lead us on an important new path. I just said that, but it doesn't hurt to repeat it. Success won't fall in your lap. You have to pursue it. And there's many times that, you know, you have to. When I had my radio show, I don't even know how I got the guts to do it, but I would go up and invite people to be on my radio show that were these prestigious celebrity type people. I had Michael E. Gerber, the author of all the E-Myth series, 26 #1 bestsellers, still on New York Times. Amazing man. I mean, but to step into that space, I was a little scared inside, but I did it. And he was on my show. You'll see that show if you go on YouTube. He was on in January. Wonderful, wonderful man. You don't achieve your dreams by playing it safe. So if you have some big dreams, you gotta play bigger. And then embrace risk takes help. Let me say that. Start embracing risk taking helps you overcome a fear of failure. So once you have a little success, you want to keep going. And I'll tell you, it does. It kind of builds your muscles, your confidence muscles, to take some risk. And taking a risk doesn't mean doing so haphazardly. You got to be organized. You got to have a plan. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm good at helping people with, is getting their plan, their action steps, and then how to manage it with a timeline and having it happen. So, you know, basically, I love all of you. I so appreciate you. Oh, there's my grandson Ram from Australia on here. How awesome. We have 4 countries on here. How cool. Anyway, and so I just want to encourage you to go out and take risk if it makes sense. You know, if you think about it, I pray about it, follow your path that kind of gives you wisdom, but step out. Don't hold your gifts under a rock. Share them with the world. So see you all next week. I hope you have an empowered week. Take some risk and see how it feels and build those muscles. Bye-bye, everybody.